I want to ask Charlie Willem, could a coach enjoy a second season when you have 8 freshmen and 1 senior like our guest Buzz Peterson has?
You're going to have a few nights you're not going to get to bed real early.
But diapers and pacifiers and all that stuff. So it's an interesting group.
Yeah. Now, talk to us a little bit. Again, 1 senior, but you do have some guys coming back. Keith Rendelman, some other players have been really good for you as well. Before we get to the freshmen, they don't deserve any mention yet, but a guy like Keith Rendelman does.
Keith's had a tremendous fall. I mean, we did the Bahamas trip early in August there, and he's bulked up a little bit. He takes the business-like approach every day. He's the first in line for a drill, and he's kind of the guy that leads us out there. Now, the guy that's the barker is Dante Morales, 6'6" sophomore wing for us. He'll speak up and bark a little bit to the freshmen. So, with Trevor DeLoach is a kid, 9 points, 6 rebounds. Every coach would like to have that coming back. So we got something to work with there. We need these guys to be good leaders and our freshmen to listen to them, and because these guys have been through the battles before.
Tell us a little bit about your trip to the Bahamas. What does this do for your basketball team?
Well, number one, it helps the coaching staff to figure out who can play together in certain situations. Try to take somebody you think that's a wing. It is a wing. Say, let's see if he can play the point guard a little bit. We found out that some of the guys couldn't. And then we said a kid playing the 5, try to play the 4. But team chemistry, we did a lot of things together on this trip. Stayed at the Lannis, a nice spot there, and had a good time with each other.
That's great.
To that end, as you took over the program last year, you had a good player in Chad Tomko, but we mentioned guys like Loach and Rendelman starting to come on. Were you able to kind of see, that little buzz that they got, no pun intended, at the end of the year, and that confidence that maybe grew? Have you seen that kind of carry over?
I've seen it in Rendelman. I've seen it in him. He almost doubled things last year, and he's gotten stronger and everything. So he's really, like I said earlier, he's done a tremendous fall. Morales is probably taking the biggest steps of anybody, and he's more of what Chad did last year, not afraid to take that shot at the buzzer. Dante's the guy that's going on an extra limb and trying to do a little more.
Wilmington has always been a tough place to play. I can tell you from my days there. I think in my career, I don't think I walked away with a victory out of that place. But you're doing some things with your building now that are really going to help your program.
Jimmy Bass, our athletic director, this time last year they're having a press conference for him. He's come in and basically $2 million that he's gone out there and raised, and that scoreboard is huge.
I've heard.
I mean, it's set down the floor for a long time. I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to like the Cowboys Stadium a little bit. So you got that. It's going to be nice. You got the stat boards on both ends up high. Doctronics has done it all. Then you've got your floor panels there of 5 on one side, 4 on the other. That's going to look better. And also, we just stripped our floor and made it cleaner. And we want to be known as UNCW now. And so it's a totally different place.
Charlie, notice he didn't say anything about the air conditioning, which all us broadcasters complain about, but those coaches love when you get those folks coming in that hot building, right, Tony?
That's right.
Turn it up.
I played for a coach that have our arena pretty hot.
Yeah, we like that. Now, we mentioned that you've got 8 freshmen on this roster. Let me throw out a couple names. Just give us a little bullet point. Begin with KK Simmons.
Shooter. He does a very good job. Lefty sitting out there. What we're trying to work on him is create off the dribble some. Pretty savvy defender. Played for a good friend of mine, Doug Lipscomb, down at Wheeler High School in Atlanta.
Cedric Williams.
Probably has been the most consistent of any of the freshmen that we've had. What we try to do is take them out of their comfort zone, whether it's conditioning, they're going to have nagging injuries, all that stuff. He's a young man that just hasn't bit for any of that stuff, and he's stayed strong through the whole time. So very consistent performer so far.
And Nate Anderson.
Is a guy that inside has got a little bulk. Got a nice touch, somebody we can step outside and do some pick and pop with. So he's a little different from some of the posts we got, that he can go outside and knock a 3 down.
We hadn't talked about Tanner Milson. I really liked this young man last year. I thought he had some shooting games that really played well for you.
He can knock down an open shot. Coach's kid has been very vocal in our practices, and we're going to need that from Tanner.
Good.
When we look at the profile of this conference, you certainly played at a very high level in your career, have coached in terrific situations. What this conference accomplished last year, you saw it firsthand in your first year. Compared to what you were thinking about coming into what you actually had to face game in and game out, what were your reactions, Buzz?
Well, I knew it had some good, solid players in there and some good coaches, but what really got me was when you went to arena on the road, the support that it got. I mean, it's a lot of students involved, the community's behind, and some loud arenas. And it's tough to go on the road in this league and win. Now we're starting to get that national recognition. People starting to recognize us a little bit throughout the nation and everything. And the run that VCU made last year, hey, when we go out recruiting, we talk about that? Yes, we do. Yes, we do talk about it. And Mason, Old Dominion, tremendous years ahead. So hopefully this thing's spinning. We can spin it up and keep going as a conference.
Well, we wish you good luck in your second season at UNCW. Deck the new look Trask, but let's work on the air conditioner, right, Shirley? I know Buzz won't like that as well. Buzz, good seeing you.
Thank you
good
very
luck
much,
this year.
Appreciate it.
Buzz Peterson, head basketball coach for the men at UNCW.
Go to ESPN3 for the complete replay of the 2011 CAA Basketball Media Day Live.